Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be taking you to Grand Canyon National Park where I'll be sharing my top 10 tips for enjoying a Grand Canyon sunrise. Also, this is only the 11th YouTube video that I've ever made, so if you'd like to see what YouTube filmmaking really looks like for a beginner, stick around to the end. Good morning from Grand Canyon National Park. Today I am going to share with you 10 tips for enjoying a Grand Canyon sunrise. First tip for enjoying a Grand Canyon sunrise is to figure out what time sunrise is. So make sure that you check what time sunrise is the night before so that you can plan and figure out what time you need to get up the next day and you're able to plan out your day. You can check sunrise, you can just Google it, when is sunrise in the Grand Canyon, and it'll usually show you what time the next sunrise is, which will be the next day. It's July, it's the end of July right now, so sunrise right now is around 5:30 a.m. So you'll have to plan accordingly and get up pretty early to catch it. You may have noticed I have relocated and I am no longer standing on the rim of the Grand Canyon. Shortly after filming that last clip, I realized that the wind was going to be very annoying for you. So I cut the filming there and I figured I'd just wait and pick it up in a better location. There's a bit of an echo in here, but we're gonna work with it. Still learning, bear with me. But let's get on to tip number 2. Okay, so tip number 2 is to check the weather the night before so that you don't end up getting up at 4 a.m. to try and catch this beautiful sunrise, only to wake up and find out that it is cloudy and raining. I cannot tell you the number of times that I have done this over the years while traveling, and it's really disappointing, especially if you go through all the trouble to get ready and you go out to the car, and as soon as you step outside, you're like, oh no, it's raining. I'm definitely not going to be able to see the sunrise. So definitely check the weather the night before. If you're not sure, if you think there's a chance that maybe it'll be sunny, even though it says it's gonna be overcast or rainy, go ahead and get up and take a step outside and see what it looks like. But just remember, if it's rainy or really cloudy, you're not gonna have much of a sunrise. Number 3 is to make sure that you have a destination in mind to watch the sunrise the night before. Because once you get up in the morning, it's gonna be early, you're gonna be short on time and trying to just get somewhere. So make sure that you plan ahead the night before so that you know where you're going once you're ready and you're out in the car. At the end of this video, I'm gonna share a couple of my favorite sunrise locations at the Grand Canyon, so you can either choose from one of those, or if you've been at the Grand Canyon for a few days, you can always scout out some locations on your own based on where you've been and what you've seen. But definitely have a destination in mind the night before so that you know where you're going when you get up that early. You can always change your location later or move around and go to different spots, but at least have your first location identified so that you can just get there and make sure that you don't miss the sunrise. Tip number 4 is to dress in layers. It gets very cold at the Grand Canyon, and it will be very cold in the early morning hours just before and just after sunrise. So make sure that you have extra layers for the bottom, extra layers for the top, an extra jacket, extra sweater, maybe even some gloves and mittens, a hat, a scarf. Bring it all. If you also have an extra blanket or a sleeping bag, I recommend bringing that with you as well. It's nice to have something soft and a bit warmer to sit on in the early morning hours as you're watching the sun come up so that you don't get too cold. It would be terrible to be so cold that you're not enjoying the sunrise. So bring as many extra layers as you can. Number 5 is to watch out for wildlife. The early morning hours at the Grand Canyon and at most national parks is when you will find the most wildlife active in the park. That's because everybody has been sleeping, so it's quieter and the animals feel more comfortable to come out, search for food, find water, whatever their needs are. So be sure to keep an eye on the roads. Please drive the speed limit or just under as you're out looking to find a sunrise location in the early morning hours. You will see wildlife, especially on the south rim area along the rim of the canyon. I saw several animals when I was out during my trip. I'll include some of the footage here. It was beautiful. So if you do encounter wildlife,
definitely stop to watch and admire, but please don't drive all the way up to them. Number 6 is to bring your good camera with you. The Grand Canyon brings with it all different photo opportunities and challenges, from the various lighting situations that you'll have to obviously the depth, trying to get a sharp picture at the base of the canyon. So definitely, if you have a nice camera with good lenses, this is the trip to bring them with you. Unfortunately for me, I'm speaking from experience here, I brought my camera, but I forgot the charging cable at home. So all of my footage from this trip is shot on my iPhone 12 Pro, which surprisingly turned out very well. I was actually really impressed with it, but if you do have a nice camera, this is the trip to bring it on. Number 7 is to consider hiking Bright Angel Trail in the early morning and enjoy sunrise from there. Bright Angel Trail is one of the most strenuous hikes at the Grand Canyon. It's a 9.9 mile hike down all the way into the bottom of the canyon, and of course it will be 9.9 miles all the way back up out of the canyon. So it's a very strenuous hike, but it's one of the best hikes for just incredible views, whether that be at sunrise, at sunset, or at basically any time during the day. It's a great way to get your early morning workout in as well. You don't have to hike all the way down the 9.9 miles into the base of the canyon if you don't want to. You could always go down for an hour to catch the sunrise and then turn around and come back up. But it's a really fun hike. It's beautiful, and if you have the fitness level to do that hike, I highly recommend it. Tip number 8 for catching sunrise at Grand Canyon National Park is to walk the rim trail. If the Bright Angel Trail is a bit too strenuous for you, then the rim trail is the perfect hike. It's completely flat, it's paved, and if you're staying at the Grand Canyon Lodging, it's literally right outside your door. So if you want a very easy way to catch sunrise at the Grand Canyon without having to drive or go scout out different locations, get up early and just get out and take a walk in the east direction to enjoy sunrise along the paved rim trail. Tip number 9 for enjoying sunrise at Grand Canyon National Park is to get out and explore the park after you've enjoyed the sunrise. Those early morning hours in the park are the quietest and the least crowded. So use those early hours to go and visit park attractions that are normally very busy. Go to some of the more popular viewpoints located near the Grand Canyon Visitor Center. Go check out the Grand Canyon Railroad. Check out any of the hikes that you've been wanting to check out that you know are normally very busy. Most people don't like to get up early, so if you've already gotten up early, use that to your advantage and go enjoy areas of the park to have all to yourself that you normally wouldn't get to enjoy in that way. And finally, tip number 10 for enjoying sunrise at Grand Canyon National Park is to make sure that you bring some snacks and water with you when you get up for the sunrise. There are not many locations around the park that'll be serving food at this time, so make sure that you bring some snacks with you so that you don't get hungry while you're enjoying the sunrise. I also recommend bringing a warm drink, maybe bring a hot coffee or a hot cocoa with you. That's nice to have while you're enjoying the sunrise. And it's also a good idea to have those snacks with you so that after you've enjoyed the sunrise, when you're out exploring the park, you don't have to stop and go try and find food somewhere. You'll already have some snacks with you.
As promised, here are my 3 favorite lookout points along the Grand Canyon South Rim for enjoying sunrise. The first one is Desert View Watchtower. This is the easternmost viewpoint along the south rim of the canyon and offers wide open east-facing views. From the main observation deck, you'll have almost unobstructed views of the canyon facing east. Next up is Moran Point, which I had never been to before, but it ended up being one of my favorites.
Guys, so this is Moran Point, and I don't think I've ever been to this overlook before at the Grand Canyon, but this spot is beautiful. It'd be perfect for sunrise or sunset because you can see in both directions. It's really pretty. Check it out.
What I loved most about this overlook is how clearly you can see all the colorful rock layers inside the bottom of the canyon. Last but certainly not least is Grandview Lookout, which has this large observation deck and also a trail that will take you down to some lower viewpoints where you can see in all directions. What I really enjoyed about Grandview was seeing the morning light reflected off the canyon walls. I felt like I could stand there and stare at that view all day.
Hi, good morning from Grand Canyon National Park. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you 10 tips for enjoying, oh no, traffic. Good morning from First tip for planning to enjoy what am I saying?